resin. We will tint it with our color, mix it up, squirt it in the floor, and we move along. Black is the easiest because as you add black to the resin, you can check to see whether you have solid black or it's see-through. As soon as it gets solid, it's all going to match. Any other color will have a transparency or a darkness that the more pigment you add, the darker it gets or lighter it gets. So black you can dose in small portions. Other colors, you just need to mix a full pack of pigment into your resin bucket, mix it up, and then dose it out, add your hardener, and apply it to the floor. So black is the special one that allows us some flexibility here. So we're going to dump a little bit of black pigment in each one of these cups. This is a 2-to-1 mix of your resin hardener. 2 parts resin to 1 part hardener in order to have a reaction. So I put 8 ounces of resin. So 8 ounces of resin means how much hardener? 4 ounces.
What's it cure time?
We're going to talk about mixing. We're going to stir gently. We do not want to whip air into this. As we are mixing, we're going to occasionally turn the stick on its side and gently scrape the edges of the cup to make sure all the molecules of resin get off the edges and start blending with our hardener. As we are mixing and we think we have the pigment stirred in well, we can pull the stir stick out, and if we can see through the epoxy running off of it, we're transparent. If you can't see through it, we're good to go because we have solid black. Once you open up a kit of epoxy and you start pouring out to dose small cups, you must measure everything that comes out of the kit. Tomorrow, when we use this as a clear, we're going to add the complete contents of the hardener into the resin can, blend it all, and use it. Okay, so what we're going to do to dose this is we're going to take a syringe. If you leave a little bit in the tip, you can break it out after it cures and reuse the syringe. We're going to take the syringe and we're going to gently draw the epoxy into the syringe. We're going to stop 3/4 of the way full. We're going to take a paper towel, wipe it off. Injecting it. We're going to start in the middle, work our way out. You just rest the tip right into the cut line and gently squeeze and draw the syringe away from where you're going. It is self-leveling. You want to start out with a little bit. It will find its way home. If you put too much in, it runs out and it's a cleaning nightmare. So start with a little, let it self-level. We'll go back and retouch and add a little bit where we need it. Okay, so you need gloves, glasses on, and you can go to town. Okay, cure time. After you mix this in the cup or in the can, you have anywhere from about 10 to 20 minutes to get it out of the can. Otherwise it starts generating so much heat that it'll kick off and go solid. It will take all of until tomorrow for it to be set to where it's not liquid. It'll probably be about 4 hours to where it starts hitting that gel point. So tomorrow when we come back here, we're going to be able to press our fingernail into it. It'll take a few days for it to develop the extreme hardness to where you can't put a dent in it anymore. So full cure is around that 7-day mark. 3 days, it's pretty darn tough. You will also keep your leftover epoxy for the next day because it's the way to test. It will kick off a lot quicker in the cup than it will on the floor. So tomorrow when we come in here and we see our epoxy is a little bit soft, we check the cup. If it's hardened up in the cup, it just needs more time on the floor. If it's still liquid in the cup and liquid on the floor,
I'm not talking about.
we've got an uh-oh. Where whoever mixed it didn't put in the right amount of hardener or resin.
16.